It's August 12th. I think it's 9:30. Got one out again. It's being pretty active and moving pretty good. Got it's a couple miles over yet west of me. It'd be southwest. But here's the rig I use, my telescope. I had somebody say that they wanted to, that I should have houses or trees in the background so that they can judge the size and distance, which is probably one of the silliest things they could say, really, because all right, hang on, I gotta adjust here. You can't judge the size and distance of a light in the sky. I don't give a shit if you got a skyscraper beside it or car or whatever. It doesn't work that way. But now, the reason that you're getting all these designs out here, this is my theory, is because the shutter speed of this camera is slowing it down. You can't see all the colors, obviously. This is something that the camera's picking up that your eye cannot. And again, make sure you put this on a big screen TV. Play it in slow motion. You'll see long striations. It'll look like fingerprints or funky designs. I'd say that's the gravity that's holding the plasma ball together. It is distorting the light. I can't explain and tell you exactly why. That there's faces all over the background and all that, other than whatever information it's wanting, it's getting. It's just a matter of how much. But if you stare into that background, you'll see faces, structures. Now, if I can get the zoom on one camera correct, and then the zoom on this camera correct, they show up better. But trying to get both of them to come in is it's a treat. There's another one up there with it. You can barely make it out right here, but I think this orb is being projected from this bigger one. See there, you're seeing them striations again. But this thing is expanding and contracting pretty good. Oh yeah, there'll be something cool in there, for sure. Anytime you see the jettison that come out there, or right at the bottom here, you'll see it come out here. Now this, because I have my telescope set up, it's almost up and down. It's a little bit off, of course. But this one here is headed to the ground, aiming at the ground, and the one up here is going up into space. You know, if you go back through my other videos, I get better shots. Of course, you can't predict how they're going to act until you film them, but I explain it, and it's on my Facebook page too. That the big one, you'll see a light jetting to the ground and then going straight up. And like I said, it's this one right there, just above them trees. Now, for example, when I tell you that you can't judge the distance of a light bulb in the sky. Nobody can. So when you're reading those comments of those guys saying silly shit like that, it is, if you hold your arm out, all the way out, and hold your thumb up, and you are seeing a jet in the air, a big we'll just say 737 in the air. Yeah, look at that. See how it's shooting that out? It was. So you hold your arm out arm's length, then you hold your thumb up. If that jet, damn it, if that jet fits in your thumbnail, it is an estimation of around 30,000 feet in the air. We only know that distance because we know the size of the jet. No one can tell you the size of this light bulb. No one. Plasma bulb, whatever. I'm being a smart ass, I guess. But so putting things in frame so somebody can judge it, they just don't know what they're talking about. Wow. I've had them come, of course, they're older videos. And my best videos I ever did was in wintertime when it's colder. Because remember, the center of that is hot enough to melt aluminum. We know that. And then that yellowish edge around it is when it's super cold. And that was coming from Travis Taylor. He worked for NASA for years. He's a scientist. He does the Skinwalker Ranch show. And he's also working on these. There's several others, but... Alright, I'm going to pause this, and then we'll get one with this phone. We'll mount this phone into the telescope. See if we get anything else. And now it'll look different because all of this now that's around here is going to be white. In these designs that you see that are yellow, red and blue now, it's going to turn white. But there's all faces through here. This will all be faces clear around this thing. So when people are telling you I'm over zooming in too far, you son of a gun. They need to quit looking at the bright light. When we're zooming in this tight, we're looking and paying attention to everything around here. It's impossible to take a clear picture of a light in the sky. You ask why? I will tell you. Because when I zoom in like this, so there we're on 8, the center gets fuzzy and the edges become clear. When I zoom out, and man, that thing is, look at that, shooting down to the ground, and that's going up. Now when I zoom out like this, see there's that other one back, it was out of zoom there. When you zoom out like this gets fuzzy and the center gets clearer. So when anybody tells you, oh, that looks like Jupiter, you're filming Jupiter, you know they didn't zoom in or put it on a big screen and play it in slow motion. You know they didn't. It might look like Jupiter, and if I was hiding in the sky, I would want to look like something else. Alright, so now we'll pause it. Give you another look at it here, see what it's doing. That's 7.4 on the camera. Look at that. You can see them striations going around here. Okay. Sorry for shaking so much. Okay. We're back. So this is what the two look like. And remember, This little one over here, see how it's flickering? It's because it's coming from the big orb. And I can, if you go back through my other videos, and there's hundreds of them, I can show you that. Like when people say that I'm recording Jupiter, if they would look at those little things they're calling Jupiter's moons and pick the faces out of it or the structures out of it, then you would know that that's just silly. I'll hurry up and get a little bit of this because I'm already at 10 minutes blabbing. Okay, that's me holding still. Now it's going to move on its own. It looks nothing like a star. It's not a star. It's not. I can go through the list of things that it's not, but I think the better viewers already know. Again, we're in Ohio now. I had a couple hundred videos and pictures, several hundred, from South Dakota. I can't wait. I'm going to switch over and get the pictures. We're at 11 now. So now remember, put this on a big screen. Play it in slow motion. Pause it. Push play and pause, and study everything. Every bit of it. Every inch of it. That actually is impressive. I'll post this one, and I got a couple other videos that I didn't post yet. Well, I've got a bunch of them, but from the other night, I always try to save some stuff back. Remember, I don't know because I'm not looking at this, but remember, try to look for the little black craft that are up there with these orbs. These orbs are a plasma ball held together by something. I've gotten clear pictures of the craft with it before. One will look like a boomerang, one will look like a tic-tac-toe board, one was like almost like a cross, and they're spinning at a super high speed around that thing. Ooh, very quick.